I think the thing I picked for my very number one moment, just because I knew people would be going Velcro suit of Alka-Seltzer, Paul McCartney on the marquee or something like that. I chose our little annual tradition of when the first day of spring, we'd get a camera on Hal Gurney, the director and the control room, and he would undo his second from the top button to welcome spring.
To welcome spring.
Just because it was so stupid and so small and so conceptual that really was where my inclinations inclined.
Oh, man. That brings back memories, man.
It's hard to know when it's spring anymore.
I know. I don't have that tradition.
Right.
I'm sure we can find that on the internet.
So there's a gentleman named Don Giller, and he curates some Steve.
I think he genuinely is going to be at the Mark Twain Awards.
Really?
Oh, he will.
Well, he's done a really fine job of curating your exhibit on YouTube.
I think he's done it for almost all the Letterman staffers.
Oh, wow.
He put as a favor to the family of Gordon Cooper, the Apollo astronaut. He put together an assembly of the dozen or so appearances of Gordon Cooper on the. I love that he puts them thematically. So if you want to go look at all the Peace Through Dramatization players, or you want to look at Best of Viewer Mail or something,
right?
There were things I was delighted. Like I have a twin brother who is dead and who I miss very much, and he appeared on the Letterman show a couple of times. Mm-hmm. And of course, I was terrible about keeping tapes or copies of anything. But Don Giller, I asked him if he could possibly find those shows. In an hour,
wow.
He had sent me my twin brother and I on the show. So he is the obsessive collector who also turns out to be the scholar and the treasure trove archivist that everybody goes to, including Mark Twain awards, and I'm sure Mark Twain if he were alive.
And thanks to Don, we have Mark O'Donnell on the show. Do we have that, Drew?
Well, this will be twins in television.
The mysterious process called cloning will be an everyday reality. Cloning booths like this one will appear in every shopping mall and gas station to serve a variety of purposes. The cloning booth here.
Hey, Dave, here's a 20 I owe you.
Oh, thank you very much, Steve. But first, would you mind stepping into the booth here? Cloning booth. The cloning booth.
Hey, Dave, here's the 20 I owe you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Don't mention it.
That's so cool.
Like the Osmonds.
That's
Just like them.
Those blood harmonies.
That's a lot of set to go for that joke, by the way.
That was an Andy Breckman joke, again, not one I wrote. But I did like the idea that one would go through that elaborate cloning process just to get a second $20 bill.
Right.
Seems like, as far as counterfeiting goes, it's inefficient.
Yeah.
It is rather.
Can I mention another thing I found online just now?
Wow.
Since as long as he mentioned it. Look, we've talked so much about Letterman. We apologize, Steve, because I know, especially Wheezy and I mean,
he's the interesting major figure of my lifetime.
Well, Wheezy and I both were huge fans. There were times when actually we hung out in your studio apartment in Westwood and watched Letterman shows because I missed one.
Or he wasn't going to get home in time.
Listen, get in touch with Don Z. He's got them all.
I'll watch them all over again.
The other thing I gave him...
He is a nice guy.
The other thing I gave him was a tape, a DVD that Jimmy had not seen since he had experienced it. When he was a teen, he was in the audience at a Letterman show that Leno was the guest of.
Wow.
And it was like in '84 or something like that. And so Letterman's the host, Leno's the guest, and Letterman goes up and does an audience piece halfway through the show, and you see Kimmel behind him.
Oh, my God.
So it's Leno, Letterman, Kimmel,
Three
all in
late
one
night
show.
guys.
And you know who helped me get that? Don Giller.
Yeah,
There we go. I have actually had this argument with Jimmy Kimmel.